You said we were strong, I held that tight. You said we were fine, I slept at peace. I trusted your words more than my doubts. I chose your voice over my fear. We made small plans about next year. You talked about growing old. I saw forever in your eyes. You saw maybe, I saw always. I was building, you were unsure. I was certain you were distant. I believed in us more than you ever did. I held every promise, you let them slip. I believed in us more with all my heart. You were halfway from the start. When things got hard, I stayed calm. When things felt off, I stayed close. I fixed small cracks you ignored. I asked questions, you changed topics. I felt you pulling slow and quiet. I felt love thinning day by day, but I kept saying we are okay, even when we were not. I gave effort, you gave space. I moved forward, you stood still. I believed in us more than you ever did. I held every promise, you let them slip. I believed in us more with all my heart. You were halfway from the start. Did you ever see a future clear? Or was I dreaming all alone? Did you love me just enough to stay a while, but not forever? I blame myself for every shift. I worked harder to feel secure, but love should not feel this uneven. One heart running, one heart slow. I replay your last words, they sounded calm, mine was shaking. I believed in us more than you ever did. I held every promise, you let them slip. I believed in us more with all my heart. You were halfway from the start. Now I see the small signs, the way you paused before saying love, the way you sighed when I planned, the way you avoided deep talks. I was all and you were unsure. I was ready, you were waiting. I saw home, you saw comfort. I saw life, you saw time. Maybe someday you will know what it means to stay fully, to love deep without fear, to choose someone without doubt. I believed in us more than you ever did. I held every promise, you let them slip. I believed in us more with all my heart. You were halfway from the start. I believed in us more. Now I see love should match energy. I believed in us more, but I learned next time I chose me. I believed in us more than you. I saw it coming. You changed your tone. Stop saying my name. Smiled without warmth, looked past my face. Your hands felt loose when holding mine. Your eyes looked tired, not in love. You said you're fine, but felt far away. Sat next to me, miles between us. I asked what's wrong, you said nothing, but I felt storms inside your chest. I knew that look, I knew that silence. Love was leaving, slow and quiet. I saw it coming before you spoke. I felt the ending in your touch. I saw it coming in small changes. You let go before goodbye. You stopped calling late at night, stopped sending simple hearts. Our jokes felt forced, our talks felt short. We ran out of easy words. I tried harder, you tried less. I gave more, you gave space. I stayed awake, you slept fine. I held tight, you slipped away. You were already gone, just to hear your body close, your heart gone. I saw it coming before you spoke. I felt the ending in your touch. I saw it coming in small changes. You let go before the I watched you fade right in front. Still I hoped I was wrong. I blame myself for your distance, changed my ways to keep you. But love should not feel like begging. Love should not feel this cold. I saw the truth in your eyes. You did not choose me. That last night felt so heavy. You faced away from my heart. I saw it coming before you spoke. I felt the ending in your touch. I saw it coming in small changes. You let go before the stopped looking at my face, you stopped hearing what I said. I talked softly, you stayed silent, like I was not there. I asked questions, you gave shrugs, I shared feelings. You changed topic, I sat beside you every night, feeling unseen in plain sight. It hurts the most to feel alone while sitting close to someone. I stayed even when ignored, I stayed through the quiet. I stayed even when ignored while losing myself. I stayed even when ignored, hoping you would notice. I held on tight, you looked away. You laugh loud with your friends, you had time for everyone, but with me you seemed bored, like love became mature. I dressed up for your eyes, you barely looked up from screen. I miss the days you cared when small things still mattered. Love should see, love should hear, love should feel when something's wrong. I stayed even when ignored, I stayed through the quiet. I stayed even when ignored while losing myself. I stayed even when ignored, hoping you would notice. I held on tight, you looked away. Was I too easy to forget? Did you think I would not leave? Did my stay make you lazy with my heart? I kept waiting for one sign, one small change, one warm look, but days went by and nothing moved except my tears. I shrank myself to fit your world, still you didn't see. I stayed even when ignored, I stayed through the quiet. I stayed even when ignored while losing myself. I stayed even when ignored, hoping you would notice. I held on tight, you looked away. Now I know if someone cares, they will show it without asking. I will not beg to be seen, I will not stay where I fade. I deserve love that feels warm, I deserve eyes that truly look. I stayed once through being unseen, but not again. I stayed even when ignored, I stayed through the quiet. I stayed even when ignored while losing myself. I stayed even when ignored, but now I rise. If I am unseen, I will walk away. I stayed, but I learned. You raise your voice, I stay quiet. You said harsh words, I stay calm. You walked away midnight fights, I waited up by the door. You blame me for small things, I took it all. Said I'm sorry even when it was not me. I get peace at my told myself love is hard. I told myself this is normal. I stayed even when it broke me. I stayed through every tear. I stayed even when it broke me, while losing myself. I stayed even when it broke me, hoping you would change. I held on tight while falling apart. You stopped caring how I felt. You stopped asking if I'm okay. I felt lonely next to you, but I stayed right there. You said I'm too much, too sensitive, too emotional, too loud. So I got smaller day by day till I barely knew myself. I chose us over my heart. I chose you over my peace. I stayed even when it broke me. I stayed through every tear. I stayed even when it broke me, while losing myself. I stayed even when it broke me, hoping you would change. I held on tight while falling apart. Love should not feel this heavy. Love should not erase your light. I see that now, but back then I just wanted you to stay. I thought if I loved harder you would see my worth, but love can't grow where respect is missing and fading. I cried quietly in the bathroom. You never knew or noticed. I stayed even when it broke me. I stayed through every tear. I stayed even when it broke me, while losing myself. I stayed even when it broke me, hoping you would change. I held on tight while falling apart. Now I look back at that girl who gave too much and asked for little. She thought pain meant loyalty. She thought staying meant love, but love needs care, love needs respect, love needs safety. Every day, no fear of loss, not walking on eggshells, not shrinking down to be kept. I forgive myself for staying. I forgive myself for hoping. Next time I leave at first break, not last. I stayed it when it broke me. I stayed through every tear. I stayed even when it broke me, while losing myself. I stayed even when it broke me, but now I know love should not break me. I stayed even when it broke me. Now I choose me. Now I stand without fear. I stayed even when it broke me, but never again. I stayed, but I learned. You stopped asking how I am. You stopped caring about my day. You looked bored when I spoke like my words meant nothing. You stayed online, but not with me. You laughed loud at your phone. I sat quiet right beside you, feeling small and ignored. I felt the change before you said it. I felt your heart pull away. I stayed when you were lost interest. I stayed through the silence. I stayed when you lost interest, while you drifted away. I stayed when you lost interest, hoping it would pass. I held on tight, you let go slow. Our talks got short, but class got dry. Plans got canceled one by one. You said you're tired all the time, but had energy for others. I tried harder, dressed nicer, spoke softer, gave you space. I changed myself to keep you close, but you were already somewhere else. Love should grow, not fade like this. Love should feel wanted. I stayed when you lost interest. I stayed through the silence. I stayed when you lost interest, while you drifted away. I stayed when you lost interest, hoping it would pass. I held on tight, you let go slow. Was I just tomboy? What a world, did you outgrow what we had? Did you stay out of heaven while I stayed out of love? I saw the signs, ignored them, made excuses for your change. I told myself it's just a phase, but phases gone last this long. I watched you fade in front of me. Still I stayed. I stayed when you lost interest. I stayed through the silence. I stayed when you lost interest, while you drifted away. I stayed when you lost interest, but now I know love feels one-sided. It already ended. I stayed too long, knowing gone. We started out strong, late night talks, long walks home, hands held tight. You said stay close, I said always. We felt safe in our world. I gave my time, I gave my trust, I gave my heart without fear. I thought love would carry us through hard days, through storms. I believe love fixes everything. I believed us was unbreakable. I thought love was enough to keep you here. I thought love was enough to calm your doubts. I thought love was enough to make you stay. but love alone could not save us. When things got heavy, I stayed soft. When you pulled back, I leaned in. I said we're strong. You stayed quiet. I said we're fine. You looked away. I tried talking. You shut down. I tried holding. You stepped back. I kept hoping. You kept drifting. I kept fighting. Tired, I gave more love, you gave less effort. I gave patience, you gave distance. I gave patience, you gave distance. I gave patience, you gave distance. I thought love was enough to keep you here. I thought love was enough to calm your doubts. I thought love was enough to make you stay, but love alone cannot save us. Maybe love needs effort. Maybe love needs choice. Maybe love needs two hearts fully in. I was all in, you were unsure. I was building, you were leaving. I thought loving hard was the answer. I thought caring more would fix cracks. But love can't grow when one stops. Love can't live on one side. I see it clearer now at night. Love needs more than fear. I thought the love was enough to keep you here. I thought love was enough to calm your doubts. I thought love was enough to make you stay, but love alone could not save us. Now I sit here thinking back where we started, where we broke. I love deeply without fear. You love softly with limits. I don't regret loving you. I regret thinking it was enough. Next time love will need effort. Next time love will be equal, 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 equal. Love needs action, love needs truth. Love needs both to survive. I gave love with open hands. You let it fall through yours. I thought love was enough to keep you here. I thought love was enough to calm your doubts. I thought love was enough to make you stay, but love alone could not save us. I thought love was enough. Now I know love needs effort every day. I thought love was enough, but I learned love must be chosen too. I was there, but you were not. I was there, but you were not. You said we were done. Your voice felt calm. My hands were shaking. I could not breathe. You packed your things like it was easy. I stood there, still in shock. You said it changed. You felt different. You said your heart was not there. I heard the words, but not the meaning, because mine still beat for you. You were ready to walk away. I was not ready to lose you. I was still loving you when you left me. I was still loving you when you turned cold. I was still loving you with all my heart. You were already gone. I kept your photo on my phone. I read old texts late at night. I slept on your side sometimes just to feel close again. My friends said, let it go. They said time will help you, but time feels slow and love stays. And only one still believes. You move forward, I stayed back. You felt free, I felt lost. I was still loving you when you left me. I was still loving you when you turned cold. I was still loving you with all my heart. You were already gone. Did you stop loving slowly inside? Did you fight it or let it fade? I wish you told me when it changed, not when your feelings were fully gone. I would have tried a little longer. I would have stayed through the storm, but you decided without my voice while I was still choosing you. Your last hug felt so empty, mine still held everything. I was still loving you when you left me. I was still loving you when you turned cold. I was still loving you with all my heart. You were already gone. Now I sit here in quiet nights thinking about what we were. You feel like a different person, but I still see the old you. Maybe someday my heart will rest. Maybe someday it won't hurt. But right now it still whispers your name softly in the dark. Love does not stop like a switch. Love takes time to fade away. Yours left fast, mine stayed strong. That is why it hurts. I was still loving you when you left me. I was still loving you when you turned cold. I was still loving you with all my heart. You were already gone. Your side stays cold, pillow has no shade, blanket barely moves, and room feels too big. I turn off lights, but not my thoughts. Your voice still stays inside my head. I check my phone, no new message. I know the truth. Still I look, habit feels strong, hope feels stupid, heart feels heavy every night. You used to whisper, stay close to me. Now there's silence where you breathe. Now I sleep alone in our quiet room. I reach for you, but find the dark. Now I sleep alone with missing pieces. Bed feels bigger without your arm. Your shirt still hangs behind the door. I never moved it like before. Your cup still waits on kitchen shelf. I touch it softly, talk to myself. Friends say time heals, I nod my head, but time feels slow inside this bed. Morning comes fast, nights come harder. Sunlight feels wrong without your smile. You fall asleep without thinking. I stay awake, still remembering. Now I sleep alone in our quiet room. I reach for you, but find the dark. Now I sleep alone with missing pieces. Bed feels bigger without your arms. Did you move on that easily? Did I mean less than I believe? Was I just comfort for lonely nights? Was I just someone you held tight? I keep replaying our last night. You faced the wall, would not hold me. I felt the distance between our hearts before you left. You already left. Fan keeps spinning, clock keeps ticking. I keep turning empty space. Now I sleep alone in our quiet room. I reach for you, but find the dark. Now I sleep alone with missing pieces. Bed feels bigger without your arms. I try new sheets, different scent. Still feels wrong, still feels empty. I hug my pillow close to chest, pretend it's you. Just for seconds I close my eyes, see your face, open them fast, you disappear. I tell myself it's for the best, but lonely nights say something else. Maybe one day this won't hurt. Maybe one night I'll sleep fine. Maybe someday I won't reach across the bed. Now I sleep alone in a quiet room. I reach for you, but find the dark. lights are up, heart is on. Now I sleep alone. We had hard days like everyone. We had small fights, nothing new. I thought we'd talk like before. Sit down close and work it out. You grew quiet, pulled away, said you were tired of all this. I asked you, can we fix it? You just said, I don't know. Love gets messy, love gets hard, but love stays when both try. You chose the easy way, you walked away. You chose the easy way, left me here. You chose the easy way, no second try. I stayed to fight, you said goodbye. I offer space, I offer time, I offer change if you need it. I stay calm through your distance. You kept building higher walls. You said maybe we're too different. You said maybe it's not working, but we never really tried. You gave up before the world. It's easier to leave fast than to stay and repair. You chose the easy way, you walked away. You chose the easy way, left me here. You chose the easy way, no second try. I stayed to fight, you said goodbye. Love is not always simple, love takes effort every day. You want it smooth, no hard talks, no deep fixing, no hard truths. Maybe someday you will learn real love stays through storms. But when it rained, you ran first. Let me stand in the cold. I would have stayed through the hard. You chose comfort over rest. You chose the easy way, you walked away. You chose the easy way, last name fight. You chose the easy way, no second try. I stayed to fight, you said goodbye. Now I see it clearly. If someone wants to stay, they will stay and do the work. Now walk out at first pain. I was not perfect, but I tried. I was not flawless, but I care. That should matter, that should count. But you chose the simple exit. Next time love feels heavy, I will remember this pain. Love needs courage, love needs choice, not just feelings when it's easy. You chose the easy way, you walked away. chose the easy way, no second try. I stayed to fight. You said goodbye. You chose the easy way. Now I know if it's real, they will stay. You chose the easy way. I choose strength. I deserve someone who stays. You chose easy. I chose it. You chose it. I smiled at you like always. I said I'm fine like always. I made your food, set the table, held your hand like nothing changed. But inside me something cracked, small at first, then deeper. I felt tired all the time, but you never asked. I hid the tears behind my eyes. You looked at me, but not within. You didn't see me breaking right in front of you. You didn't see me breaking while loving you. You didn't see me breaking piece by piece. I was falling apart. You saw nothing. I stopped talking about my pain. You seem busy with your world. I cried softly in the shower, let the water hide the sound. I needed comfort, needed words, needed you to notice, but you scrolled through your phone while I sat quiet. I got smaller day by day. We sat on your bed, talking about our plans. You held my small hand, said we would be fine. I believed every word, I trusted your eyes. You smiled at me like I was enough. Then something changed, you felt far away. Your texts got short, your calls got rare. I asked what's wrong, you said nothing, but I felt everything breaking inside me. You stopped looking at me like you used to. You stopped saying my name soft and slow. You forgot about us, you forgot about me. I still remember you every single day. You forgot about us like we were nothing. I still hold on, but you moved on. I kept our pictures hidden in my drawer. I read old messages again and again. I walk past your street, I slow down there, hoping by mistake you will appear. My friends say move on, they say be strong, but they don't know how it feels to lose your person while they still live, breathing somewhere without missing you. You sleep just fine, I stay awake. You live your life, mine feels paused. You forgot about us, you forgot about me. I still remember you every single day. You forgot about us like we were nothing. I still hold on, but you moved on. Did you ever care? Tell me the truth, was I just time? You had a past, did you feel sad even one night? Or was I easy to leave behind? I replay our last talk inside my head. You sounded cold, I sounded scared. I almost begged for you to stay, but you were gone before goodbye. Now it's just me and these walls saying your name very quietly. You forgot about us, you forgot about me. I still remember you every single day. You forgot about us like we were nothing. I still hold on, but you moved on. I see happy couples holding hands tight. I look away, it hurts too much. I miss the way you said my name, like it mattered, like I mattered. I changed my hair, you wouldn't know. I got new dreams you'll never hear. I learned to smile in front of them, but nights are hard when lights go off. I talk to God about you still. I ask why love feels this way, why one heart stays and one just leaves without looking back. You forgot about us, you forgot about me. I still remember you every single day. You forgot about us like we were nothing. I still hold on, but you moved on. You forgot about us. not the same. Your hugs felt short, your kiss felt quick. You said you cared but felt unsure. I felt the shift inside your heart. You stopped asking about my day, stopped saying you miss me. Your eyes looked past my waiting face like I was fading in plain sight. I felt it first before you did. Your love grew small, mine stayed big. You love me less, I loved you more. You closed your heart, I held the door. You loved me less. Each passing day, I felt you slowly slip away. I kept hoping you would try, but hope feels heavy when love feels heavy. You love me less, I loved you more. You closed your heart, I held the door. You loved me less. Each passing day, I felt you slowly slip away. Was I too much or not enough? Did I care more than you could give? I blame myself for every crack while you moved on without regret. Love should not feel one-sided. Love should not feel this alone. I gave my all with open hands. You gave me space and silence. I saw the truth in your touch, warm before, now just polite. You love me less, however you love. You close your head, I held the door. You love me less. Each passing day, I felt you slowly slip away. Now I lie here in this room thinking about what changed you. Did love just fade without a sound, or did you choose to stop trying? I still remember your early days, how you looked when you cared. I miss that boy who held me close. feared small fight, nothing too big. I thought we could talk it out. I stayed calm, I stayed open. You shut down, close the door. You said you're tired of all this. You said it's hard to keep going. I asked you, can we fix this? You just sighed and looked away. Love needs effort, love needs time. I was ready, you were done. You gave up without trying. You walked away too fast. You gave up without trying, like we did not matter. You gave up without trying. I was still fighting. You let it in before it had to. I offered space, I offered change, I offered talks late at night. I said we can work through this. You said maybe, but meant no. You stopped calling, you stopped caring, you stopped planning any future. I felt alone while still together. That hurt more than goodbye. I would have stayed through every storm. You left early before the without trying. You walked away too fast. You gave up without trying, like we did not matter. You gave up without trying. I was still fighting. You let it in before it had to. Was I not worth one more chance, one more talk, one more try? Did you decide all alone without asking how I felt? Love is not easy every day, but love is choosing to stay. I chose you even in hard times. You chose easy and let go. I stayed hopeful, you stayed distant. I stayed ready, you checked out. You gave him up without trying. You walked away too fast. You gave up without trying, like we did not matter. You gave up without trying. I was still fighting. You let it in before it had to. Now I replay every moment, wonder what I could change, but deep inside I know the truth. You did not wanna try anymore. I was not perfect, but I was willing. I was not flawless, but I cared. That should count, that should matter, but to you it did not. Next time someone says they love me, I will watch what they do, because words mean nothing without effort, and love means nothing without choice. You gave out trying, you walked away too fast. You gave up without trying, like we did not matter. You gave up without trying. I was still fighting. You let it in before it had to. You gave up without trying. Now I see, if someone wants you, they will stay. You gave up without trying, but I learned I deserve someone who tries. I was worth one more try. And then I told you softly, I felt low. You said you're busy, maybe later. I sat beside you, feeling small. You looked away at your screen. I tried again, a different night. Said I'm not okay. You said relax. I nodded quiet, swallowed tears, turned my face from the light. I needed comfort, needed you, but I felt alone next to you. You let me hurt alone. By your side, you let me hurt alone. While I loved you, you let me hurt alone. Night after night, I was breaking. You stayed distant. I cried softly in the dark, so you would not feel annoyed. I held my chest to stop shaking. You kept sleeping calm and still. I stopped sharing what I felt, stopped hoping you would ask. Built my silence brick by brick till I disappeared. Love should notice when hearts ache. Love should reach before it's late. You let me hurt alone. Right by your side, you let me hurt alone. While I loved you, you let me hurt alone. Night after night, I was breaking. You stayed distant. Was it easier not to see? Did my pain make you tired? Did you think it would pass if ignored? I was not asking for the world, just your hand on my back, just your voice saying stay. I am here. I learned silence from loving you. I learned distance from your touch. You let me hurt alone. Right by your side, you let me hurt alone. While I loved you, you let me hurt alone. Night after night, I was breaking. You stayed distant. Now I see what love means. It means care. It means effort. It means noticing small changes before they grow. Next time I hurt, I will speak. And if they don't listen close, I will not stay and shrink again. I will leave. Love should feel safe and warm, not cold and quiet like before. I deserve more than silence, more than distance. You let me hurt alone. Right by your side, you let me hurt alone. While I loved you, you let me hurt alone. Night after night, I was breaking. You stayed distant. Let me hurt alone. Now I know if someone cares, they will show. You let me hurt alone, but I healed without you. You stayed there, but I was alone. We used to talk till morning light. Now we sit quiet, side by side. You stopped laughing at my jokes, stopped reaching for my hand. I felt distance in your touch, felt cold air in your hugs. You said nothing, but I knew something soft was dying. Love does not break all at once, it slowly fades when one stops trying. You let us fade. Day by day you walked away. Without a fight you let us fade. Like we were small, I held on. You let go. I asked you, are we okay? You said yes, but looked away. Your eyes change, your tone changed, your heart changed, mine stayed. I tried hard to plan small things, sent sweet words, got short replies. I stayed awake, you slept fine. I felt lost before goodbye. I saw the signs you ignored. You were leaving long before. You let us fade. Day by day you walked away. Without a fight you let us fade. Like we were small, I held on. You let go. Was it easier to grow distant than to say you were done? Did you hope I would leave so you would not feel blame? Love needs care, love needs effort, love needs two, not just one. I gave all, you gave less. That is how we disappeared. Old pictures still look alive, but we don't. You let us fade. Day by day you walked away. Without a fight you let us fade. Like we were small, I held on. You let go. Now I think about early days, how you smiled, how you tried. Where did that person go? When did love turn quiet? I would have stayed through the heart if you stayed beside me, but you chose to step back while I stepped closer. Maybe someday you will see what we lost, what we were, but by then I'll be gone, not fading, but moving. You let us fade. Day by day you walked away. Without a fight you let us fade. Like we were small, I held on. You let go. You let us fade, and I learned love should not feel alone. You let us fade. Now I know I deserve